You know the feeling. A student asks if they can skip writing the title, eat their sandwich, or do literally anything but the task in front of them. You know the answer has to be no, but you also know a blunt no can trigger sulks, pushback, or even full blown defiance. So, how do you keep your boundaries without damaging the relationship with the children? Here's the thing, children hear no far more often than they hear yes. And when it's delivered in a flat or harsh way, it feels like rejection, and that can spark resistance. As a TA, you need to set limits while still showing the child that you're there to support them. So here's a 3-step framework. Instead of a flat refusal, try this. Step 1, acknowledge their want. Show you've heard them. So you could say, I get why you want to do X. That would be fun. And step 2, state the boundary. Keep it calm and short. So that would be fun, but we can't do that right now. Or I get why you'd want to do that, but it's not possible during lesson time. And step 3, offer an alternative. Give them a way forward. So you could say something like, how about I write a word of the title, then you write a word? Or you could say, we can do that at break time. Now, why this works for the child or the student, this approach helps them feel heard because you've acknowledged what they want, safe because boundaries give structure and predictability, and respected because alternatives show you're not just shutting them down. Obviously, children get used to, and it must be, it's frustrating for us as adults, and we have difficulty coping with it when we, maybe we come up with a good idea, we go to someone in senior leadership and they flatly refuse it. As an adult, we may well know not to cause a fuss, but inside, we're not very happy. Children are still learning these skills. So, acknowledging how they feel and giving an alternative is so much better than an out and out sort of just blunt refusal. Now, obviously, there are some things that you just cannot allow. So, again, offering alternatives. But also, I will make another video on what to do when a child wants to do something that they absolutely are not allowed to do. But for this video, it's about those moments when a child, just can't really face doing what they've been asked to do, and they're trying to sort of trying to cope really by asking to do something else. So this is very much for those kind of moments. And so why it works for you, the TA, it reduces conflict because the no feels fair, not personal. It builds rapport. Students see you as firm and fair. And it keeps you consistent. You hold the line without burning bridges. So you're not giving in. You're not allowing them to do what they want, but you're not giving a flat refusal either. It's a middle path. So here are 3 practical tips that will help you break the habit of defaulting to no and switch to more rapport friendly responses, because we've probably all grown up with parents or carers who've just said no, and we just take that on board that that's what you do. But obviously psychology is moving on and we're realizing there are better ways. It doesn't mean to say you're giving in, but it means that the pill is not a bitter one. It is more palatable. And if that will actually help sort of relationships in the classroom, so you haven't got disgruntled children, that's got to be better. So the first practical tip to help you break the habit of defaulting to no is 1, pause before you speak. So instead of an instant no, take a 2-second pause. That tiny gap helps you avoid the knee-jerk reaction and gives you space to choose a calmer, more constructive response. 2, practice phrases in advance. So have a few soft no alternatives ready in your toolkit. For example, you could practice saying, I get why you want to do that, but right now we need to, whatever it is you need to do. Or that sounds fun, let's try it after doing this. The more you practice these, the more natural they feel in the moment. Because as I've explained before, when you practice something, your subconscious brain doesn't know that it's not the real situation. It will just take on board what you're doing. And when you need to call that up in the actual circumstance, your subconscious brain will think, oh, yeah, she's done this before. And it will feel more familiar and less strange to do. And 3, reframe no as a redirection. So think of your job not as blocking the child, but guiding them down a different path. Instead of no, you're rerouting or redirecting from what they want now to what needs to happen before they get there. And that mindset shift alone can soften your tone and keep rapport intact, because you're coming across as fair. You're not laying down the law, because that would inflame things. But at the same time, you are feeling at ease because you know that what you're doing is, psychologically proven as a better response to a child asking something you would normally say no to. It's a better way of dealing with it than, a sharp no, get on with your work kind of thing. So the next time you need to say no, try this 3-step saying no without damaging rapport framework. Notice how the child reacts and how much calmer you feel delivering it. And if you're feeling calmer doing that, it will give you a growing sense of calm. So rather than going into school feeling jangled, you've got to be, laying down the law. It's like herding cats. It's wearing you out. It's finding these more reasonable alternatives that allow you, because the words you're using, it allows you to stay calm and feel calm. So if this little strategy was useful, just imagine having 16 pages of quick wins like this one, because that's exactly what you'll find in my TA Quick Win collection. It's the quick win backup plan for the days when nothing goes to plan, with practical 1-page strategies for behaviour, learning, confidence and communication, plus a bonus lanyard sheet. So you've always got them at your fingertips. So all of the 16 pages is printed on one sheet, as you can see in the image there, and you can fold that up and tuck it in your lanyard. So you've always got it. And you can grab that now in my Etsy shop, because you don't need more theory. You just need quick wins that actually work. And it's all for under the price of a decent coffee. I've put the link in the comments and description sections below this video, as well as a QR code so you can scan it and go straight to my Etsy shop now. Pause video if it helps. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.